I am honest, but you are not. Like, really? Is it honest or is it something else? Well, hi everyone, my name is Priya Dogra, and I warmly welcome you all to my channel Upgrade Learning with me, Priya Dogra. Guys, this is going to be the first video on my channel, so I would really request you all to please like, share, comment, and most importantly, please do subscribe my channel. Please hit the bell icon below so that I get the encouragement to make more useful content for you in future. Okay, I'll also try to be bilingual, that is, I'll try to speak in both English and Hindi while explaining so that the beginners in English don't find it difficult at all. Okay, one more thing, please stick to the end of the video because I'll be sharing something really beautiful from my piece of work just on the other side. So let's begin. Well, today's class is about something which is really simple, but still we all get trapped at some point of time. Yes, I'm talking about the pronunciation of certain words in English, right? So today we'll be doing some tricky words with silent letters. Okay, now what is the meaning of this is there are some words which either are misspelled and are mispronounced. Why? Because we get confused as to which alphabet, which letter we are using in the particular word and which is silent. Okay, so there are certain words which have silent letters and therefore their pronunciation differs, right? So let's begin. Now today I've picked up some very common but very tricky words for you, right? So let's start with the first one. Now the first one is K-N-O-C-K. Now how do we pronounce it? Do we pronounce it as knock? No, it's knock, right? We strike at a surface. Okay, in Hindi you call it khatkatana. So we strike at a surface so as to produce noise and to grab attention, to tell that you are there, right? And one more meaning is you knock down somebody, right? When you are angry, so you literally knock down somebody, right? So in both the cases the pronunciation is knock. All right, now the next word is K-N-U-C-K-L-E. Now how do we pronounce it? We pronounce it as knuckle? No, it's knuckle. Okay, so we pronounce it as knuckle. And what is the meaning? The meaning is the joints of your fingers. Okay, they are known as knuckles. The joints, like when you twist and bend your fingers. So there is also a very interesting phrase related to it, and that is cracking your knuckles. When you bend and twist your fingers, the sound which is produced, so it is related to the phrase cracking your knuckles. Okay, so you can really use it. Fine. So the next word is H-E-I-R. Now how do we pronounce it? It's very tricky but very interesting. Is it hair? No, it's air. Now if we see the H, the letter H is silent here. Like in our previous two words, K was silent, here H is silent. So we speak it as air. Fine. Now what is the meaning of the word air? Air means a person who is a successor or who gets the property of the person, like of the father, the son gets, right? And if a ruler is there, then the prince gets. Fine. So that person is known as somebody who succeeds after the person who is already there. So that person is known as heir. Fine. So we'll always speak it as heir. Now next word. Now the next word is also very interesting. That is very simple. P-L-U-M-B-E-R. Is it plumber? We all know who is a plumber, right? Is it plumber? No. We speak it as plumber, right? So the letter B is silent here, right? So we speak it as, what do we pronounce? We pronounce it plumber. Okay, so next time a plumber comes to your home, you have to pronounce as plumber and not plumber. We know who's a plumber is. A plumber is a person who fixes up taps and pipes, okay, all those things. Now the next word, now this word is related to your banks, okay, and with money related issues. That is DEBT. And what is it? Do we pronounce it debit, debt? No, it's debt, okay. It's not debt, it's debt. So most of us make mistake in this while pronouncing it. So it is, the correct pronunciation is debt, okay. When you borrow some money from somebody or a bank or something, so you are indebted, fine. So it will be debt. Now the next word, we all know the meaning, and you just need to know how we most of us must be knowing the correct pronunciation also, but we need to know that what is the correct spelling, okay. So it's FOREIGNER. And how do we pronounce it? Foreigner, okay. So in this case, what is silent? G is silent, okay. Foreigner, G is silent. Now the next word is also very basic and simple, that is with which we, dress our hair, and we make. So what is that tool used for? For dressing your hair, and that is COMB. Is it comb? No, it's comb, okay. So we speak, next time you speak it, you'll speak it as comb. Now the next word, we have, after comb we have THUMB. That is a very easy word. It's a body part, right? And it is it thumb? No, it's thumb, right? So you understand, the last alphabet, the last letter B is silent here. So next time you speak, you are going to speak thumb and not thumb, okay. Now the next word, it's PNEUMONIA. How do we pronounce it? Is it pneumonia? No, it's pneumonia, right? So are you understanding? This is very, very easy. We know the pronunciation, but we need to understand the spelling differs from the pronunciation, fine. So okay, so this was the next word. Now we come to the other word, that is PSEUDONYM, okay. And how do we pronounce it? Some of you must be knowing it, some of you must not be knowing. Not a big deal, it's fine. But we need to know now. So how do we pronounce it? It's pseudonym, okay. So the letter P is silent and it's pronounced as pseudonym. And what is the meaning? The meaning is the pen name which is used by certain writers. Like if you've heard about J.K. Rowling, the famous writer, author of Harry Potter series. So her real name is Joanne Rowling, right? So J.K. Rowling is a pen name. So people use some names, some fake names for their popularity, fine. So we call them as pseudonym, those pen names, fine. Now the next word is CASTLE, okay. So this is a very beautiful word, very interesting for fairy tales and all. And how do we pronounce it? We need to know the correct pronunciation also. So what is the correct pronunciation? Is it castle? No. Castle? No. But then what is it? It's castle, right? Castle. So if you see, T is silent. And in the starting also, there is a perfect style of speaking it, and that is castle, right? So castle we all know, Mahal we call it in Hindi, alright? So the correct pronunciation is castle, okay? Now the next word which is there in our box is, let's have it, SUBTLE. And what is it? Is it subtle? No, it's subtle. What is it? We pronounce it as subtle. So the letter B in the center, in the middle, is silent. So we speak it as subtle. Now what is the meaning of subtle? Subtle is doing something in a very perfect way, fine way, right? Like if you see in reality shows, the judges give comments like it was a very subtle performance. Subtle means extra fine, very good, very nice one. Okay, so we speak it as subtle. Fine. Now the last and the but not the least, it's SWORD. Now most of us make mistake. Why? Because it's an easy word, and we have the other one also, next one also related to, you know, all the this set of words. We have two words now left. So SWORD. So is it sword? No, it's sword. Now very interestingly, W is silent here. Okay, so it's a very silent guest here, so we speak it as sword, and sword we all know, talwar in Hindi. All right, now next one, it's CRUMBS. And how do we pronounce it now? Is it crumbs? No, it's crumbs. Okay, so B is silent here. Okay, now whenever you pronounce it, you're going to say it's crumbs, not crumbs. Now what are crumbs? They are bread crumbs, actually the bread pieces which fall off from bread. They are known as crumbs. Okay, now since we have time, let's move on to the some more interesting words. Okay, now the next word is CALM. So how do we pronounce it? Is it calm? No, it's calm. Okay, so ka from the epiglottis, there is a certain style of speaking, as I said before, so it's calm. So if you see, the letter L is silent here, and how do we pronounce it? The correct pronunciation is calm. So what do you understand by the word calm? Soothing, peaceful, shanti, right? And one more thing is, so people say no very often that you should not lose your calm, right? You should not leave your peaceful attitude. You should be calm only, right? So the correct pronunciation is calm. Now the next word, which is probably your last word, is RECEIPT. Now this is a very useful and interesting word. It's used very often, very commonly. And is it receipt? No, most of us speak it as that way. But is it receipt? No, it's receipt. What is it? Receipt. So if you see, the letter P is silent here, right? So if you see, there are certain words which have P silent, which have B silent. So different words have different letter silent. So you have to know the correct pronunciation of each and every letter, right? So with this, we come to an end of our session. But as I promised you, in the end, what do we have? I have a beautiful quotation from my piece of works. That is, let's see the slide first. It says, grow with an attitude that lets you learn, aspire, and persist, right? Which means you should never give up your learning attitude. You should keep on improving, keep on learning, keep on aiming high, and keep on doing it. Never leave it, continue it, right? So that's all. And one more thing, the homework for today is, it's my first video, but still I'm giving you homework. Please try and find 5 words which have silent letters starting with D, right? Please comment below and write the 5 words. Let me know how many of you know about it, and how many of you really, search it. Please do like, share, comment, and do subscribe my channel. Okay, till then, please stay home, stay safe, keep learning, keep upgrading yourselves. See ya.